Hello everybody, this is Debo and welcome to today's episode of In the News. So as usual, the KR patch just dropped, and in today's video we will run through what are the different stuff that will drop on Garden Tales global server in about 1 to 2 weeks time. And let us begin. So we will first look at the Hero Up banner. We have Goddess of Wealth Eleanor, we have Archangel Gabrielle, and we have movie star Eugene, and lastly Mecha Warrior Okma, together with all their exclusive weapons. So save up for your gems if you want to pick up any of these heroes. And let us move on to the next part, which is the missions part. So for mission wise, most of the new missions are there for freebies, but the more important one is actually the one that will give you purple coins. So I claim most of the purple coins to exchange for the coffee machine, but you guys can see over here, once you clear the prerequisites, mostly I think World 6, World 7, World 8, World 9, I can't remember what is it, you will get the additional purple coins under beginner mission. So do remember to claim for them so you can buy the coffee machine within the Amazon shop, which I will show later. And for the events tab, there isn't really anything fascinating, right? You get your usual stamina mission and you get hero shards for Gabrielle, Eugene as well as Okma. So not very spectacular, but the big thing is on the bingo event, and let us go through to the bingo event next one. And the biggest part of this patch is none other than the Let's Go Bingo Machine. So this bingo machine has tons of freebies awaiting everyone. So before I begin to talk about the bingo machine, let me show you guys what are the rewards that you guys can expect. So there are multiple rounds to the bingo machine. This is round number 1 for the bingo machine. So I'll leave it on screen for about 5 seconds. And this is round number 2 for the bingo machine. So you guys can see, first round is your hero shards as well as random stuff, and round number 2 you will get your blueprints as well as materials and hammers and mirror earring, the light mirror one, and ring of belief. Pretty good. And let us move on to round 3. So a lot of freebies, okay. And round 4, even more stuff, and bonus round. So bonus round, I haven't reached it yet. So once I reach the bonus round, I think, right, once you complete round 4, bonus round will be a repeat of all these rewards. So if you have sufficient energy, you can go through bonus round as many times as possible if you have sufficient energy to get all your event points. So that's what I assume for now. But once, if I have any changes or if I'm wrong in anything, I'll cover it in a later video. So stay tuned for that if there's any changes. But as you guys can see, there is a ton of freebies and a ton of good stuff within this bingo machine. So do save up your coffee within the mail, or even buy and store additional coffee within your game itself to prepare for this event. So let us run through how this bingo machine actually works. So you actually get the bingo event points by doing your standard stuff. So this is the point distribution. As usual, once it's your first time completing something, you get 150 points, and if it's your subsequent attempts, it will only give you 100 points, right? And if you play Colosseum, it's 60 points per attempt and 60 points per Awakening Dungeon entry. So it's your standard points distribution, and it costs you 500 event points to actually draw for one bingo ball, and there isn't really like a discount if you draw 5 times. So there's not much difference between 1-time draw or 5-time draw. So I'll just showcase to you guys one time how this thing works over here, and you guys can see, right, the bingo machine works like this. So it will show you 5 random numbers, and the random numbers will be filled on the board automatically. From my personal experience, the numbers itself don't actually repeat, so you don't really need the fixed draw unless you need the board to be filled, or rather when the event is ending, right, you want to complete a certain lines or anything to get the rewards at the side, then you might need to use the fixed draw. If not, in order to complete every single round, you just need 12,500 event points to complete the whole thing. So you can basically get everything if you have 12,500 points per round. So you need 12,500 points for up to 4 rounds, and I'll leave the calculation to you guys how much energy you guys actually need. So let's say if you are just looking to complete the first 4 rounds, you need about 50,000 points, and subsequently the more energy you have, the more rewards you can claim from all this bonus round stuff. So keep a lookout for that. And I guess that's pretty much it for the bingo machine. The background music that I'm currently using for today's episode of Inzy News is actually the background music for the bingo machine. Pretty nice music as well, pretty good as usual, as expected of the game. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this bingo machine. I don't think there's anything much. Oh, by the way, there's one more thing before I move on. So there's this thing known as round skip feature. So if you decide to skip a round, right? For example, if you don't like the rewards for round 2, right? You want to skip all this. You can just skip the whole of round 2 in order to go to round 3. So I don't know who will use that feature. Maybe people with very little time or very little energy or resources. I don't know. But do take note that the skip round feature is also in place for this Let's Go Bingo machine. And let us look at some of the hero buffs in the upcoming patch. So the first one, we have Lady Knight or Knight Lady Lapis, whatever you call her. So for Lapis, right, her exclusive weapon ability has been buffed. Other than increasing the attack range of the basic attack as well as jump starting the level, it also activates swiftness on hit. So swiftness, in case you guys don't know what is it, it's Lapis' special ability which grants her movement speed as well as attack for 5 seconds. So this thing, according to Melon, who is a Lapis player, will actually make Lapis very powerful because she can actually proc her attack buff as well as movement speed buff when she actually hits the enemy. So that's something to look out for in terms of Lapis, right? Lapis is actually very viable within the Monolite comp, and this could actually make her even stronger within that comp. So stay tuned for that. And the next one is Idol Captain Eva. So Idol Captain Eva received the 5% buff to the HP recovery for her special ability. So this ability, I don't think will make her any viable within Arena, but she definitely will become a better Colosseum unit because within Colosseum, you actually have a very long duration. So this increase in heal as well as a party buff makes her an even more essential unit for any basic teams within Colosseum. And other than that, we also have the buff to heal numbers for Gabrielle. So I think they're just increasing the healer's general utility other than just relying on Mia. So for Gabrielle, the heal percentage from the special ability increased from 30% to 50%. So it's a 20% increase. I think it's pretty major if you are using your heal buffs in terms of accessory buff and your weapon buff. So if you have a lot of heal, this 20% could actually play a really big part in terms of Colosseum. And even within Arena, I think is pretty spectacular as well, because in Arena, only Gabriel will get this buff because she's the only unit there, so she'll always be the one with the least HP, or she'll always get the attack buff. So that's something that actually makes her stronger. So definitely a good buff for Gabriel. Being a Gabriel user myself, I think it's pretty good. Other than the mentioned hero, they also buff Vishuvek and Aleph. Unfortunately, I do not have Aleph in this account, so I can't show you guys about Aleph's buff, but it's a pretty minor one in my honest take. And for Vishuvek's case, the overall targeting mechanics for her normal attack has been improved. So for your Vishuvek mains, stay excited because this will definitely improve your dodging experience in terms of dodging opponent's weapon skill or dodging of opponent's normal attack. And to end off the video, I want to look at the things that is upcoming to the Amazon shop. So the first one, we have the all-in-one 7 days package. So this is $77.32 in terms of Sing dollars with some taxation. So overall, a great pack. You get 1000 gem, you get 3 Legend Awakening Stones, you get 70 summons, you get 21 Awakening Dungeon Box, and you get 350 stamina. So pretty valuable. And we also have the Equipment Growth Pack. So this pack was actually very expensive the previous time it came out. So I think they severely lowered the price of this pack if I remember correctly. And I think this pack is much more valuable as compared to the past. I'll definitely get this to actually max out my stuff within my main account. So these are the 2 packages that are new to the pack. And we also have the limited time summon package. I'm not very sure whether or not this is with the current one or with the previous one because it has the Yuzu banner, as you guys can see over here. So it's a bit weird, but there's also this one in my shop, so keep a lookout for that. And for the coffee machines, you have to go to the purple coins, so you can actually claim. I already claimed mine for most of it. Yeah, so you can claim your coffee grinder. It's all the way at the end. Once you claim 5 copies of the coffee grinder, you can actually use it to exchange for your more coffee cap. So I think from what I know, based on the patch note, the max cap now should be 76. So I think I'm missing one from within the Heavenhold Tower. I'll go and claim it after that and increase my max coffee cap to 76. And other than that, I also want to run through the costumes for this time round. So we have the return of Pledge of Victory Future Princess, as well as Blade Queen Yuze. And other than that, we have Light and Darkness Eleanor over here. So from what I can see, it's pretty plain. There might be some changes to her effect and stuff. I'm not very sure, but I'm not buying this. And we also have the Golden Knight Rachel. So it's been quite a while since they released a skin for 2-star unit, and I think this Golden Knight Rachel actually seems pretty dope, so I might get it for my Rachel on my main account as well. And that's pretty much it for today's Inzi news. Hope this guide is helpful for you guys to prepare yourself in the upcoming patch, and do remember to like and subscribe in order to see more videos from this channel, and I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye guys!